Hi, this is Bruce Levine. I'm an independent real estate broker in Del Mar, California, and I'm going to talk today briefly about how to properly prepare your home to sell so that you can net meaningfully more money and control the entire escrow process and control the buyer who wants to buy your house. I think those are big seller advantages, and I like to see my clients see those. Let's assume we have two houses coming on the market that are identical structures, identical lots, and identical prices. Let's also assume that one of the home sellers, seller number one, says they're going to sell the house as is. Since they don't want to be inconvenienced, they have to live in it while selling it, and they're not going to have their life turned upside down because, after all, their house is special and buyers will see that. They leave every piece of furniture and every personal possession in place, every photograph of every relative, even the less attractive ones, covering every speck of every wall. And then separately, let's assume that home seller number two chooses to make the best home presentation that they possibly can. They take the steps to remove all clutter from the property. They position the home to show well, not necessarily to live well. They touch up the paint. They make strategic updates to improve the value of their property, and they clean the place past all human understanding, and they make their home dazzle. Put simply, home seller number two embraces the notion that how we live in a home and how we sell a home are two entirely different things. Does that make some sense? Now, what's the result going to be? We'll know when the teleprompter scrolls up, won't we? Seller number two creates great excitement about their property from the get-go. Everybody wants to see it because they see the photographs online, they see how great it looks. And so competition for the property from multiple qualified buyers results, some of whom bid the price up above list price. And in an effort to ensure that their bid succeeds, weaken or even waive some of their buyer contingencies, such as home inspection, appraisal, loan approval, things like that. They also include large earnest money deposits, a portion of which might be made non-refundable. The property goes quickly into escrow, well above list price, with backup offers in hand as well. And the property closes escrow in not more than 30 days at meaningfully above list price. Meanwhile, the first seller, they get some showings because it's a new listing. But because the house isn't presented ideally, and because there is a competing property nearby that sizzles, nobody even makes an offer on their house. But seller number one doesn't want to be inconvenienced. So when their agent, being realistic, suggests lowering the price a bit after 2 to 3 weeks on the market, the seller isn't interested because they're patient and they can wait and they don't have to sell, they say. After 4 to 6 weeks, now with infrequent showings and no offers on the table, the seller finally agrees that maybe they're going to need to lower their price. But they decide to wait until the end of 8 weeks just to see if something will happen, then lower the price a little bit to see what will happen. And the process repeats gradually, carefully, methodically, slowly, until they finally get an offer. But with all this time that's passed, it's not a great offer. In fact, the buyer writing the offer feels the house is still overpriced. After all, it's been sitting on the market for 2 months without selling. Eventually, the seller negotiates a compromise with the buyer or chases the market down even farther before finally opening escrow and selling the house. By the time their escrow closes, it's perhaps 3 to 5 months after they first put their house on the market, and it sells for 5, maybe even 10% below their original asking price, and even less than the other house did where they prepared everything well. The point is, if your agent doesn't act like a strict taskmaster and make sure that you get your house ready to sell, hire an agent who will, because not doing so can cost you 5 to 10%, sometimes more, of the value of your house. This is Bruce Levine. I'm a residential real estate broker located in Del Mar, California. You can reach me at area code 858-733-0043. You can email me at bruce@brucelevinehomes.com. You can find me on Facebook under Bruce Levine, and you are welcome to read reviews that clients have posted about my business on the consumer website Yelp by searching Bruce Levine in Del Mar, California. Thank you very much for watching today.